Alright, so for today, let me explain what we did. We woke up around 8 o'clock, got all our stuff packed, put it all on that dolly that I used earlier to take all the stuff here. We thought that would work out pretty well. Turns out that we get halfway down there and the wheel like falls off the dolly. So that no longer worked. I think we left it on the side of a river. Bye guys.
Take care, dudes.
Bye.
So we had all our shit piled on the high lift, on the cart, walking to the train, trying to make a bullet train to the port where we get a ferry. Cart broke immediately after like 2 blocks, so put Ezra in a taxi to take him to the train so he's not late. And Dick and I are just gonna have to carry a lot of stuff over there. So, I don't know, hopefully we make all our trains because, well, we have to make the ferry. So we just got to the station at Baba, I don't know Baba, and Ezra's trying to get us train tickets right now. I think we missed our first bullet train, but there's another one we can get on. So, yeah, I think Ezra said there's a second schedule that we can take that'll still get us to the ferry at 5, and our ferry leaves at 7, so we still should be good.
We gotta go though, our train's in like 6 minutes. Alright.
That was our first stressful situation.
Yeah, first stressful.
We made it through.
And I was stressed.
You might want to watch out. It was getting close.
Yeah.
We get there literally 30 seconds before the train comes. We get on like packed, the first like morning train in Tokyo, Japan, like pretty packed. And then we get off and we literally get to our next thing, dragging and carrying our luggage in like many different ways. And we get to the next train, literally 30 seconds, the Shinkansen before we get on, and everyone's like, look at all these, look at these Americans with their big luggage, I don't know.
We get to the next platform. We have 9 minutes to make it to our next train. So we hustle again, we find our train, walk on right as the doors close.
And then when we finally get to the last train before we get to the ferry, we're looking for where we're supposed to go, and this lady tells Ezra, oh, the train's down there. And he's like, okay, so we stand down there.
As Ezra asked the guy who works here if we're at the right place for our train, he points to the other track across from us to a train that's leaving. That was our train.
Like 80% of communication is body language, so the guy points at a train that's leaving, and we see Ezra go. So immediately we knew that was a train, and that's what we just missed.
So now we got an hour to the next train, so we're all sitting here. Richard and Ezra are going to grab food, and yeah, we should make it to the ferry port by, I don't know, the train gets there at 5:13, and then we got to take a cab to the ferry, and the ferry leaves at 7, so we'll see what happens.
So we just hopped in a taxi, real quick, 5 minutes, got here, and there was some crazy thing going on in the lobby. There are cameras everywhere, and the president of some company giving a speech, and at the end, these Japanese children are singing and going at it and clapping and doing the cute things that Japanese school children are taught, singing and I don't know.
3番は皆さんもご一緒に歌ってください。
And when we get there, there's this huge little gathering going on. Ezra says the president of a company, which makes sense because at the end of his speech, they held a bunch of melons. So I feel like he was the president of a melon fruit company, and he was whatever. But it made no sense because then there were these Japanese kids who were just singing these really cute songs with a harmonica, Bob Dylan was playing over there. And well, anyways. Oh, and I even forgot this whole part. When we first got here, she was like, there's a typhoon coming from Russia to Korea right here, so we may have to stay in Korea for an overnight, which we weren't planning because the boat was going to stop. And I don't know, right now we're here, I'm sitting in one of the 3rd floor lobbies, right outside where our room is, and this is a crazy cruise ship. There's a nightclub, bar, restaurant, all this stuff on the bottom floor. So here we are on the deck of the boat. It's called the DBS Cruise Ferry Eastern Dream. It's pretty gloomy day. You kind of feel like the weather might not be so good, you know, across this small area between here and Russia. Maybe a typhoon is coming. But it's a pretty big boat. You know, you can turn around, you can see more stuff is up top up here. We got here to chill for like 2 days, so I'm excited. That was my day today. Definitely frustrated when we missed that last train, but happy to have made it, and it seems like we got a good crew around here, mainly Korean, a little bit of Japanese, and Russian people, and they're all smoking and drinking, and maybe we'll hop on board soon. We gotta figure out our money situation.
There's a typhoon coming.